Most men are emotional toddlers, begging for scraps of attention while women walk right past them. You want to know why? Because you're weak, you're reactive, you're desperate, and deep down, you know it. This isn't about pickup lines. This isn't about flashy cars or fake confidence. This is about becoming the kind of man women instinctively respect. A man who doesn't chase, he attracts. And it starts with one truth. Women don't crave a clown. They crave a king. So shut the hell up and listen. Here's how Stoicism turns you into that king. Let's be clear, this isn't dating advice. This is a rewiring. Society's infected men with weakness, validation-seeking, emotional, impulsivity, a crippling need to be liked. Meanwhile, Stoicism has been the antidote for 2,000 years. It's the philosophy of emperors, warriors, and men who shaped history. Why? Because Stoics don't react, they command. They don't plead, they embody value. And that's what makes women addicted to their presence. You want to be irresistible? Stop trying to impress her. Start becoming impressive. Here's how. Habit number 1, master your inner chaos. Your emotions are not just a liability. They are a battlefield where most men lose before they even step foot in the fight. One unread message, and suddenly your mind is crafting elaborate narratives of rejection. She cancels plans, and you find yourself dissecting every past conversation, every perceived misstep, as if understanding the why will somehow change. The outcome? Pathetic. Is this the kind of man you want to be? One who crumbles at the slightest shift in another's behavior? A man ruled by the fleeting whims of others? Or do you want to be something more, something unshakable? The Stoics understood a truth most never grasp. Control over the self is the only control that matters. Amor fati, love your fate, embrace it fully and stop flinching at what you cannot change. If she walks away, let her. If life denies you what you wanted, shrug and keep building. A man who remains steady in the face of adversity exudes a rare kind of power. Women sense this. People sense this, it's magnetic. Have you ever wondered why some men command respect the moment they step into a room? It's not money, not looks. It's an unshakable core forged through discipline and detachment. So, the next time your mind spirals into doubt and desperation, ask yourself, is this useful? If the answer is no, crush the thought before it takes root. Write it down, burn it. Let the ashes serve as a reminder of what no longer controls you. Your discipline is your dignity. Protect it as if your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Habit number 2, speak less, mean more. Weak men fear silence. They scramble to fill every pause, their words spilling out in nervous cascades. Oversharing, justifying, pleading for validation. They mistake volume for value, mistaking an open mouth for an open mind. But what does it earn them? Nothing but diminished presence, each word chipping away at the aura of strength they so desperately wish to convey. A man who cannot sit comfortably in silence is a man ruled by his own insecurity. And women, they don't admire insecurity. They endure it. The Stoics understood the power of restraint. They listened first, spoke last, and when they did, their words landed like a hammer. Precise, deliberate, undeniable. They knew that mystery is magnetic, while excessive chatter is repellent. Think about it. Would you rather read an enigmatic novel that keeps you turning pages, or a diary filled with mundane, over-explained thoughts? A woman would rather unravel a mystery than be force-fed a monologue. So next time you're in a conversation, say 30% less. Let pauses linger. Let your words carry weight, not just noise. When she asks a question, don't rush to fill the space. Let her lean in, let curiosity pull her closer. Silence isn't awkward, it's power. and the man who masters it controls the room without lifting a finger. Habit number 3, own your purpose. Like it's your religion. No woman wants to carry the weight of being your sole purpose. That's not love, it's a burden. It reeks of desperation, of a man who stands for nothing beyond his own longing. And nothing repels faster than neediness. A true Stoic builds his empire first, forges his legacy in sweat and discipline. Do you think Marcus Aurelius abandoned his duties to wallow in self-pity over lost love? Hell no. He ruled, he wrote, he led, because his mission was never up for debate. And yours shouldn't be either. When a man walks with purpose, the world takes notice. A woman doesn't chase a man who clings. She gravitates toward a man who creates, who conquers. Be the force that moves forward, with or without her. Start small. Cut just 1 hour of mindless scrolling each day. Redirect that time into your craft, your mind, your body. No distractions, no excuses. Build something worth remembering and watch how the right people fight to be part of your story. Habit number 4, suffer in silence. You think vulnerability means spilling your insecurities, breaking down in her arms, and hoping she'll soothe. You wrong. That's not strength, that's surrender. True resilience isn't in the display of pain, but in the mastery of it. Endure hell and say nothing. Let the fire forge you, not consume you. Women will test you whether they realize it or not. They'll press against your weaknesses, not out of cruelty, but to see if you can withstand the weight of life without crumbling. If you flinch, if you unravel, they'll know you are not the man they can trust to stand firm when the storm hits. A Stoic bleeds internally. He does not seek sympathy, he seeks transformation. His suffering is fuel, not a crutch. So, the next time you feel the weight of pain, resist the urge to post about it, to text her for comfort, to seek validation. Instead, lift heavier, write furiously, build something, channel that anguish into an unshakable force. Because strength isn't in seeking relief, it's in becoming the kind of man who no longer needs it. Habit number 5, reward actions, not words. She says she'll call, she says she's busy, but words are air, weightless, effortless, and often meaningless. Stop listening, start watching. A Stoic doesn't build his world on promises, he builds it on action. People reveal themselves not through what they say, but through what they do. If she invests, reaches out, makes time, meets you halfway, reward her with presence, with attention. But if she withdraws, if her interest wanes, if excuses replace effort, you don't plead. You don't chase, you walk, no drama, no negotiation. A king doesn't beg for loyalty. He commands it through his very existence. Twice she flakes, that's twice too many. Delete her number, erase the distraction, reclaim your focus. Your time is not a commodity to be handed out like loose change. It is the foundation of your empire. Guard it ruthlessly. Let her wonder, let her regret, but never let her waste another second of your life. Habit number 6, embrace the stone-faced yes. Weak men smile at everything, they nod along, eager to appease, terrified of disapproval. They agree when they don't mean it, laugh at jokes they don't find funny, and tiptoe around discomfort like a man walking on glass. Why? Because they fear conflict more than they value their own truth. They think that by avoiding tension, they'll win favor. But in reality, they only inspire indifference, or worse, contempt. Stoics understand that respect isn't given to those who bend at the first sign of pressure. It's earned by those who stand firm. When a true leader speaks, there is no difference in tone between yes and no. Both are delivered with the same quiet certainty, the same unwavering intensity. Women don't crave a man who exists to please. They crave a man who leads, a man whose boundaries are not suggestions but laws, And if you think she won't test you, think again. She will push, just to see if you fold. Next time she challenges you, don't waver. Hold her gaze, steady and unflinching. Let silence do the heavy lifting, then say it. No. No justification, no apology. Watch what happens when you refuse to explain yourself. Strength, after all, is not in words, it's in presence. Habit number 7. Let go or be dragged. Attachment is weakness, chains you willingly clasp around your own wrists. The Stoics knew this, and so should you. You cannot dictate another person's feelings, nor should you try. A man consumed by attachment is a man controlled by forces beyond himself. Is that strength? Is that dignity? If she leaves, let her. Thank her for the lesson, turn away and keep marching forward. Clinging to what no longer serves you is not love, it's self-betrayal. And here's the irony. The moment you detach, the moment you reclaim your center, she feels it. That absence of need, that unwavering certainty, it's magnetic. Because women don't want what's desperate, what's easy, what's always available. They want what's worthy. They are drawn to a man who stands firm, a man who does not beg, a man who values himself too much to break over what was never his to control. So what are you still gripping onto? A past relationship? A failed dream? A version of yourself you should have outgrown? Write it down, stare at it, then burn it. Watch the flames consume what was weighing you down. Let the smoke carry away the illusion. And when the ashes settle, walk away lighter, freer, and ready to face the world with the only thing you truly own, yourself. Conclusion. This is the code. Not cheap tricks, not sleazy hacks, not shortcuts designed to fool a woman for a night. These are the ancient, unshakable laws of power, principles that have shaped kings, conquerors, and men who command respect without uttering a single word. You want her obsessed? Then stop obsessing over her. Become obsession-worthy. Build a key life so magnetic, so undeniably rich in purpose and ambition, that walking away from you feels like walking away from destiny itself. But let's be brutally honest. 90% of you won't move. You'll scroll past these words, not in agreement. Maybe even save them for later, but later never comes. You'll keep whining, keep making excuses, keep drowning in the same mediocrity. That makes you invisible. You'll stay weak. But the 10%, the rare few who decide to act, you'll wake up a year from now unrecognizable. A man sculpted by discipline. A man who moves with quiet authority, who is respected, desired, and most importantly, in control. Women won't just notice. You'll become the standard they measure others against. The path is right in front of you. The only thing standing in the way, your excuses. Burn them, then get to work.